Now, y'all, what is the worst place for a narcissist? Like literally the worst place possible. What do y'all think it is? What do you think a lot of narcissists fear? Where do you think a lot of narcissists fear going? Right here, y'all. Because as we all know, most narcissists, every narcissist is going to be different. We all know that, right? Most narcissistic people, toxic people, are going to be different in how they play the games and what they're afraid of. No two narcissists are the same. But there's one place on earth that narcissists fear, and it's not Disney World. I know people is like, one place on earth. Is it Disney World? No, it's not Disney. It is not Disney World. The one place that most narcissists fear going, fear spending the rest of their lives, fear like even visiting, is jail. Most narcissists have that fear of going to jail. Notice I said most, because not all of them have that fear, y'all. Some of them do not give a damn and will absolutely they'll go lay it down. That's how the folks say they'll go lay it down for their pride and their ego or whatever, right? They'll do all of that. But most narcissists do fear prison. They do fear going to jail. And this is why you'll see a lot of them try to protect themselves in order to not go there. They don't want to go get locked up. They don't want to go to jail or to go lay it down because of how things go. I'm just telling you. Now, will some of them do something and go to jail? Yeah, some of them will lose it and go to jail. Yeah, but most of them would not want to go to jail. I'm just keeping it hot and ready. I know there's a lot of people out there that just say, "Well, Lee, Lee," but well, they say they don't care about jail. They told me don't call. They told me go ahead and call the cops. I'm not afraid of going to jail. But then you call the cops, they lost their mind and start grabbing the phone and try to hurt you and harm you. What's going on? Narcissistic, Miss So? Yeah, they started losing their minds when you grab the phone to call the police. All of a sudden, they do seem like they're afraid of going to jail, right? They do. Now, why is it that narcissistic people are afraid of going to jail? Why is that? Lee, tell us why. Why some of them so afraid of going to jail? Because jail is one of those places where you have no power unless you're in a gang or something like that. You have no power in prison. You have no power in jail. You just do not. There's no one, like I said, you have no place and there's nothing in jail that you can do. You have no power, especially when you first go there, right? You have no power there. You have nothing. There's nobody that can control in there. It's very, very difficult to get that narcissistic supply. It's so damn difficult. There's very rarely going to be anybody in there to validate you, right? Very rarely. Seriously. If you depend on other people for validation, especially if you depend on members of the opposite sex for validation, then you can see how that works right there. If my self-worth is attached to my ability to get new supply of the opposite sex, and then I go to jail, you see how that rattles you see how that rattles and can cause a huge narcissistic collapse right there. That could cause a huge narcissistic injury. It absolutely can in this situation. What's going on, Freebird? This is what can happen, y'all. They're going to say, like, most narcissists do not want to go to jail because they can't get supply. They cannot do that, right? They cannot do that. She says, that's why my ex goes down on girls for validation in jail. Goes down on girls for validation in jail. Oh, is your ex-woman? Oh, so it's different if you get validation from the same. It can be different if you get validation from the same sex and whatnot. It is different in this situation right there, right? Because jail, you can find all you want to. But if you get validation from the opposite sex, that's going to be a huge issue when you locked up, right? A huge issue. So normal people want to go to jail. I don't think normal people exist. I just feel like non-narcissistic people exist. Nobody's normal. But yeah, nobody wants to go to jail, of course. But well, some people want to jail. Some people don't care about going to jail. Some people are in and out of jail. But narcissistic people don't want to go to jail because of the validation thing, because of the lack of control and things like that. Most people don't want to go to jail because they lose their freedom. Okay, of course. That's common. I feel like that's common sense right there. Like nobody wants to go. Most people don't want to go to jail, of course, but narcissists don't want to go to jail because there's nothing you can control there. Now, once you get into, let's say a narcissist gets a life sentence, right? They build a whole new life right there in there where they can get some type of validation because they offer these new services on there, right? Some because right now they offer some like offering like pen pal services in jail right now, right? It's called there's this woman on TikTok, her name is Ask Cat Pod, ASKKATPOD. She does her videos. She's reading from a jail like damn near dating site. It's called writeaprisoner.com. Right. So they can get pen pals of the opposite sex to write them. Right. You can get a lot, you can end up eventually getting a lot of narcissistic supply in there, but it's gonna be very difficult from the start, right? You don't just go in there with a bunch of women or a bunch of men after you. No, you have to establish yourself. And then narcissistic people, I saw somebody said it earlier about the thoughts. Hold on. Somebody said it earlier about the thoughts because there you go. Light. She said, because they don't want to sit with their thoughts. Yeah. Imagine having a conflicted viewpoint of yourself, damn near hating yourself. So you need the external validation so you can distract yourself from yourself. But now you're in jail. You don't have the external validation. So now you have to sit with everything that's going on in your mind. You have to sit with it. There's nowhere for it can go. Like literally, you have to sit with your thoughts. There's nowhere else for it to go. And that can be a damn near devastating experience for narcissistic people. Devastating. It can be absolutely devastating for them to go through that right there. Because there's no, like I said, I can't get the external validation. There's no one to control here right now at first, right? And then depending on my charges, I might be an enemy of the state. Like if you go to jail for something egregious, like something with kids or something like with you did some evil ass stuff, you become an enemy of jail. Then you have to like what's the boy's name? The one that just got locked up for the Idaho stuff. Unaliving the 4 people in Idaho, the Kohlberger weirdo, right? He is stewing in jail. He is in there crying every single night because he's a neat freak. He's like super hygienic and jail is dirty, right? And then like, they're torturing him because they know who he is. Like he committed an egregious crime. He damn near jail famous. And now they're torturing him. He can't sleep at night. He's a target. He has to sit in a cell 23 hours a day by himself with his own thoughts. Now imagine being a narcissist whose thoughts attack you all the time. I have my thoughts are attacking me constantly. I usually can reach out to talk to somebody. I have a new victim, a new supply right here, but I have none of that because I'm in prison, right? I'm in solitary confinement where I got to spend 23 hours a day by myself with my own thoughts. That can drive them crazy. That can drive a narcissist crazy right there because now I have to sit here all day, literally 23 hours a day with my own thoughts. Oof. I'm telling y'all, that thought right there is fearful for narcissists. Now, are there some extremely manipulative narcissists that go to jail and make the best out of it? Yeah, some of them get like narcissists. They get very good when they go to jail at using their words, especially with the outside world. They'll try to get you to hold them down, right? They'll try to get you to hold them down while they're doing a 20-year sentence. You're gonna hold me down, right? Because if a narcissist fears you being with somebody else, think about this right here. If a narcissist fears you being with someone else, and then they go to jail for 10 years, 15 years, even a year, they're going to try to get you to hold them down because they don't want you messing with anybody else. Imagine if one of their biggest fears is you moving on and messing with somebody else, and they got a 20-year sentence. That's going to make them go crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's why this place they will hate the most. The narcissists would hate going to jail. That's why they fear it. That's why they do things to try to avoid it. Please don't press charges. Please, I don't want to go to jail. You're going to ruin my life. You're going to set me back so far. You're going to ruin my life, girl. I ain't going to have nobody to talk to or nobody to see it. You see what Freebird said? In order to go to jail, he busted his own lip and said, I did it. What? That is insane. He called his game warden friend trying to get me kicked out of the house all because I just wanted personal attention. Yeah, that damn near backfired on him. Yeah, I hope it almost did. They don't want to go to jail, y'all. They absolutely do not want to go sit down in jail because there's nobody to control. There's nobody to do it. There's nothing that they can do there. They are literally under the control of everybody else. Narcissists hate being told what to do, and that's all jail is. Somebody telling you what to do. Literally, that's literally all jail is. It's somebody telling you what to do. Anyways, y'all, I got a time for a few questions. Then I got to hop off this thing. I got some questions. Drop them below. We can answer them things. When I got my no contact order against my narc ex, he and his attorney were pissed. It was for 2 years and said it was too long. Like he was mad he couldn't contact me at all. Yeah, because now you see that fear right there. Is you gonna move on? That you're gonna find somebody else? You see? You see? Right there, that fear, you're gonna move on. And y'all, if you don't know, everything that I have, all my sites, everything is at mentalhealness.net. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. Mentalhealness.net is for my website, for my coaching, my course, my one-on-ones, my courses. Everything is at mentalhealness.net. My courses are 50% off. Go to mentalhealness.net, go to my courses, and my courses are 50% off. Enter the code mothers or fathers for 50% off. I'll drop the link for my courses in the comment section so y'all can check it out. My ex split up. My ex split up with his ex to be with me for 10 years. Come to find out, he did it for money and to set himself up to go back to be with her. Oh, that's awful. Did you know he was with did he was with somebody when you talking to him? You see what I'm saying? I got a strange message on my Facebook page. I believe my narc ex. I wouldn't respond to it. I would not respond to it. Good morning. They blame other people and lie for no reason and constantly. Yeah, they absolutely do that, especially in jail. It can never be their fault that they're in jail. Right. It can never ever be their own fault that they're in jail. It always has to be somebody else's fault. You did this, you set me up, you made me snap, and all this stuff right here. And I'm working on it now. I'm working on it right now. I gotta get it out. I promise. The podcast. So prison seems like a good opportunity to get self-aware of the no. It can seem like a good opportunity, but typically it really does not, because they have to sit with their own thoughts, and that's when the self-blame, that's when the blame actually gets worse for other people, because now you're in here for a long time. Anyways, y'all, I gotta hop off this thing. Shoot me an email, message me. All my contact information is at mentalhealness.net. Hit that subscribe button, y'all, and I am out. Peace. I'll do